With us now is Melrose Boys coach Ryan Dusha, talking about the game coming up. And before we get to that, though, can you summarize that Long Prairie Grey Eagle game for us?
Yeah, it's called March basketball. It was a fun game. It was an exciting game. I thought we played really good for 31 minutes of the game. The last 5 minutes we played pretty poor. But that's also why you play 36 minutes, so that you get a lead. If that game was tied with 5 minutes to go, we probably would have lost. But the fact that we had built a good lead really helped us through some of our struggles toward the end. And then you got to give Long Prairie credit. I mean, they played so well. I don't know if they could play much better. They controlled the tempo the last 5 minutes. I thought we controlled it the first 31 minutes. But it was exciting. I mean, it's exciting to get a end of the game shot like that. You do not see that a lot in basketball, especially at high school basketball. It seems, because we live in such a social media world, that those shots happen all the time because you see them on ESPN so much, but they really don't. And so to win on the buzzer, it kind of just adds to the excitement of the season that we've already had.
Well, the guy shooting the ball, Scotty Stone, I know he has great confidence in his shot. Were you pretty confident, though, too, as it came down and he crossed half court?
Yeah, I mean, our guys, not through coaching, but just through own natural sense of the game, really understand late game situations pretty well. And the thing that I was pleased about is that we really spaced the floor well without having to call a timeout or anything like that. So we were able to space the floor and get Scotty the ball in the middle of the floor, which is typically what we would do against any type of defense. And then without even really calling anything out, Mitchell Niels came up and set a really good screen like he always does. And we were confident. I mean, that's what we want. We want our playmaker, at least with the ball, whether he takes a shot or not is kind of irrelevant to the situation, but we want our playmaker with the ball in the middle of the floor.
All right. What about tonight's game then with Albany? You played them once. Talk about that game maybe and what style of ball we're going to see here at St. John's.
Yeah, we played them early in the year, so it seems like a season ago. So we're not really focused on that game too much because it was so long ago and they're playing different people, and hopefully we're better, and I know that they're better. I think what we're going to see is Albany's best. They're playing really, really good basketball right now. So the difficulty with a team like Albany is they've got at least 5 different guys that can beat you. And actually the guys off the bench have been playing very well as well. So what that does is they have 5 guys on the floor that have confidence shooting the basketball. And anytime you do that, that puts a lot of pressure on your defense. It'd be a lot easier if they had really one bad player or 2 bad players on the court, but they don't have that. So what we need to do is we need to guard our person. And if we have to help out too much, they're going to burn us because they do have so many different weapons on the floor.
I'm sure you've talked about the message to the team. You worry about tonight and not about any other game, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's been our philosophy all year, is just what's in front of us and what do we need to do. And I think that helps with having a senior crew because they understand what's at stake here this week, but they also are smart enough to know how good Albany is. And so if we were playing a much weaker opponent, I think I would be more worried about that. But our focus the last 2 days has been just Albany, and then we'll worry about Litcher, New London after that.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
All right. Thank you very much.